pregnancy TikTok, you know? And then I started remembering some things, experience that I went through, and also experiences that other people shared with me, and experience that I saw in the media, you know? So I'm saying that, boy, women go through so much when we're pregnant, right? And now they want us to be referred to as pregnant people. I don't understand why they want us to be referred as pregnant people. So I'm wondering then if there are women who have an issue being called women whilst being pregnant. So therefore they want to be called a pregnant person because they do not identify as a woman any longer. I don't know. Anyway, that's not really my business, but I was just saying, I was watching a nurse and I heard her refer to pregnant women as pregnant people, and I was offended at the time. I was pregnant and I asked her, what's the issue with us being women? Why am I a pregnant? Why do they want to refer to me as a pregnant person? And I'm like, men can't get pregnant, so why do you feel the need to say pregnant people? I don't know. As I say, maybe some women have an issue being called a woman, so they no longer identify as women, so they want to be called a pregnant person, right? So that's all. Let me just go through a little bit here. So, yeah, so women go through so much being pregnant. First of all, the nausea. I have I've heard of stories, right, where women literally vomit 9 months straight. Not even water them can't keep down, you know. Not even little water them can't keep down. Soup, porridge, nothing at all them cannot keep down. Nothing. When you look on them, them maga like stick. Them cannot keep down anything. Sick, sick, sick. And I'm like, I wonder what kind of nutrition the child end up getting, you know. But the children come out well same way. God is good, you know. God is good, I am telling you. Yeah, by the way, I'm on because I promised myself that I'm jumping on live every day. Doesn't matter what about, I'm coming on. So here I am. So for the nausea now for me, so the first time I vomited, right? Somebody made breakfast for me and I vomited. It was like I projected, you know, it was that bad. Hi there, it was that bad. And I even started wondering if the food that the person gave me was dirty. So they were offended when I was saying if it's dirty food, them give me to eat. You understand? And I said, how come? Because I'm not somebody who gets ill. I rarely even get a cold. Oh, thank you. I rarely even get a cold or flus or stuff like that. Even Levi. He's 10 months old and he's never even had a cold. You know, knock on wood. Even today he woke like he's not really himself fully. But he doesn't have a cold and he doesn't have a fever. But he feels a bit warmer than I'm accustomed to. So I went and checked the thermometer and I've been checking it all day and it's fine. But to me, it's right now it's on 37.0. 37. But to me, it feels warmer than usual, you know. It's hard to grow a baby. I'm telling you, right? It is. So that's the first time now I experienced that, the vomiting, right? At that time I didn't know that I was pregnant. I thought the food was dirty. Apart from that, I was sleeping like 15 hours of the day. 10 hours, 11, and even after sleeping 15 hours, the sleep was still not enough. The sleep was never enough. Okay, okay. You should have taken up your tea there or something to give you, but you were drinking. Alright. This says sleep wasn't enough. The sleep was just never enough. I was just so tired. As soon as I got up, ate, showered, all I wanted to do is just to go right back asleep, I'm telling you. So that was the nausea and vomiting part. But good for me, I vomited only twice. The whole 10 months, I vomited only twice, to which I'm very grateful. Very grateful. So that one time I told you about when the person made me the breakfast, and another time when I was going on a little trip and it was far away to, still here, but a distance away. I took many trains. And trust me, that day I vomited about 5 times. Anybody knows about pregnancy, it was gold. I don't know what they call it, but they say it happens to everyone. but at least you'll have a diamond forever. Definitely. Oh, definitely, definitely, absolutely. So for me, it was just twice. I would get nauseous, yes, not terribly either, but it was only twice that that actually happened to me. Food aversions, no, right? So I remember I got up one morning and I just went to the market, my fruit vendor, and I got like boxes of lychee, cartons of strawberries, cartons of cherries. I got oranges, grapes, watermelon, banana, just any fruit I saw there, I bought it. And the fruit vendor said to me, "Wow, I know you love fruits, but I didn't know you love fruits this much." But doves, if I bought it, I'm telling you, I myself was wondering why the heck was I buying so much fruits? It's just me, and as much as I love fruits, I'm not going to be able to eat all of this. So why is it I'm buying so much fruits? Not knowing that I was pregnant, and my body was just saying, "Hey." My body was trying to hit me with the sleep. I just constantly wanted to sleep. I was fatigued. I couldn't take the sense of stuff. I wanted so much more fruits, so much more water. I'm glad I was craving. I'm glad I was craving healthy things for the most part. You understand? For the most part, scent. I couldn't take the scent of people's cooking, especially lamb. Ah, I couldn't take the scent of it. I couldn't take the scent of people. My sense of smell was so heightened. And I would just constantly be smelling awful smelling people, even early in the morning on the bus. And I'm like, why don't these people shower? It was awful. So I couldn't set the sense of things, when it was driving me mad. This one though I find strange. I don't know which other pregnant woman experienced this. I couldn't stand the sound of people's voices. It's weird. A certain pitch. For persons who have high pitch, high tone, I couldn't stand it. It's like I would have to hold my ears. I couldn't stand it, guys. It was really awful. Strange question, but what did I eat today? That's not a strange question. Today I had curry chicken. I cooked it yesterday. I had curry chicken with carrots and pumpkin rice. I had that late afternoon. As a matter of fact, I want some more. When I finish this live, I'm going to have some more. You're making me crave it. I had that, and then early in the morning, I had cereal and fruits. That's what I had. I don't think it's a strange question. Not at all. Yes, as I said, no matter how much you sleep, you still want more sleep. The sleep just cannot be enough. You're in low mood. You just don't want to do anything. Just nothing. You just feel like a little, what is that word? Scrub. A little bum. You don't want to do anything. Oh my days, you'll be eating good, girl. Oh, I love food. I love food. I just don't like to cook, but I love food. Oh, for swollen feet. A lot of women, their feet are so swollen. They can no longer wear shoes, or they have to waste money buying shoes that are a much bigger fit. Plus, the feet grow after giving birth, and it never returns. Whilst pregnant, the feet grow, right? And even after giving birth, it never returns to its size. Glad for me, my feet. Good for me, my feet return to its normal size, because it don't small already. So I couldn't take any bigger feet. I am 5 feet 8 inches, and I wear size 8 UK. So I couldn't have taken. Levi Lee, let me put this down. I couldn't have taken a bigger foot, I'm telling you. So what happened is that after giving birth though is when my feet were swollen. I was surprised, because straight through pregnancy my feet weren't swollen at all. Even though I was on my feet for my 12 hours shifts, and I worked up to 9.5 months in my pregnancy. Because everybody kept saying, Dion, you're strong. Do it. And as you know, for those of you who work, the longer you work, it's the more time you get to spend with the baby before you have to go back to work. So I did up to 9.5 months, And I said, okay, that was it. I went to Christmas dinner, enjoyed myself with all the staff, and I think a day or two later, I'm like, okay, I was at work, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. I could feel it. Yeah, this is it. The pain started. I'm like, no, 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 no. Yes, I'm a mom. He's right here. He's right here. See me, I'm rubbing his head. Yeah, man, he's right here. So that, and so it happened to me when I was at the hospital after giving birth. My feet, they got swollen. So they gave me the compression socks. I think I wore the compression socks at least a week. I can't remember, I think I wore the compression socks at least a week. One love, Ravi. I'm trying to. I wrote it down because I know that I'm not going to remember. Rib pain. If you had baby, right? Pregnant. And when you're pregnant, your ribs up here, it feels like somebody have a hammer in it. Eh? Pain. And when I googled it, it said because the ribs are actually moving apart, the bones in our body moving up. For the men that are on the live, women, right? For women, our bones have to move to make space for the baby. Our diaphragm is compressed so we can't breathe, so that our babies can breathe. Do you see what a lovely house this body is? So you should treat this body well. Eh? You see the sacrifice that our bodies make? The sacrifice, eh? Our babies can breathe, We can't breathe, so that our babies can breathe. We're feeling all this pain so that they're comfortable to spin and dance and kick. At our expense, right? Yeah, so that's what happened. So I wore the compression socks about a week or two. And then it went down. I was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Hip pain also. You walk in and then you start. I'm like, oh, this is how the waddle comes in. Because now you're top heavy. Well, not top heavy, you're middle heavy. Because your tummy is so big. So much more bigger than your body is accustomed to. Because I often wonder, why do women waddle when they're pregnant? I'm like, it must be the excess weight. I didn't have to wonder anymore. I confirmed. Bye, bye, bye. But thank you for being here. I didn't have to wonder anymore. I confirmed. When I reached a certain state, I couldn't help it. I was just waddling like it's a duck penguin. I was doing I was doing the penguin walk. So side to side, and that is how I'm walking. You're holding your back, you're holding your hip. Everywhere hurts. Except your eyeball. Everywhere hurts when I reach a certain stage. I'm serious. Everywhere hurts. For those of you who have been pregnant, you can definitely attest to that. I spoke about the short of breath. If you go up the stairs, down the stairs, just bend to tie your shoelace or to put your shoe on. I'm grateful that I had help with it at times, you understand? To put my shoe on and so on. Can't zip up anything. Just little basic things like that you need people. I'm a loner, but at the same time they say it's not good to live alone because anything can happen to you understand? Especially when you actually have a child now, anything can happen to you as much of a loner as I am. But yeah, there are so many things, indigestion in the middle of the night, you want some tea, it's nice to have somebody there can, just will wake up, go and get you some tea, get you some fruits, get you some water, some drink, if you're hungry, something to eat, whatever it is, because we have so many craves at different times throughout the day, and the weirdest crave. One day for lunch, I had sardine, mango, and what? Sardine, mango, and olives. Just some strange things. Then I started craving beef. I don't like red meat. I've never liked it. I rarely eat it. I rarely eat oxtail. I like it. I can't say I love it. I rarely eat beef. I love it when my grandmother pot roast beef. Apart from that, it's not something I really eat because people tend to do it very dry. What's the other thing people love? Steak. Don't love it at all. Worse, they say something that you should really have medium rare, because if you have it well done, it tastes like rubber. But I just wanted burger. And that's the beef I wanted to, Burger King, and fries with salt. If you know me, I don't like salt. I don't like sugar much at all. Barely. I use them sparingly. Even when I steam my rice, I don't put salt in it. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was steaming the rice and I said, let me just put a little bit of salt in it. Maybe because I put the pumpkin in it also, I wanted to give it a little bit of flavor. So I said, let me just go ahead and just put in a little bit of salt in it. Just nice it up, and my curry chicken with my ginger. It was just so tasty. But yeah, indigestion. Hours of the night, all throughout the day. But ginger was my friend. Hello there, Polly P. So I would walk with a piece of ginger in my pocket every day. I'm going to work every day, and I'll just chew on it, and it relieved me so much. There was someone at work actually brought June plum for me one day. That helped. And then tamarind balls. If anyone who knows a fruit called tamarind, we take the meat, I would want to call it, off the seed, mix it with sugar and ginger, what else? Can't remember. And make it in little balls. And you just suck on it. It's just a treat. It's a Jamaican treat. And June plum, it's a Jamaican fruit. It's a plum, but we call it June plum. It can be had green with salt or sugar, can be had ripe, just the same. So I would have things like that. Um, for those of us who are working moms, I can only imagine the challenge, because for me, I'm naturally strong. I don't feel as strong as much these days after giving birth. Somehow I've lost my strength. Plus, I ended up with wrist pain, carpal tunnel, or just pregnancy wrist, whatever they call it. I ended up with that, I guess, holding my son so much. And he is not fat, but he's not light at all. So, things like that happen. So, for working moms who were ill all the time, I remember seeing this one lady at work. She would constantly walk around with a box. I'm happy I didn't have that spitting thing, because it can be quite disgusting to others. So I didn't have that issue. And like I said, I only 2 single days out of the 10 months. So I didn't have that to contend with, thank goodness. Because just imagine working on your feet 12 hours, well, 11 hours and 1 hour, 45 minutes lunch break, 15 minutes break in between that. And I'm like, wow, I was really good. And then living in a country where I'm UK, once I got pregnant, I could have stopped working. You know that? Once I got pregnant, I could have stopped working. I'm like, whoa, this isn't available in Jamaica for those women who literally can't work because of all the extreme symptoms that they face. But because I knew I was still able bodied, I was strong, I was agile, I said, no, I'm going to work. You understand? Just that I was working 2 days per week, but I was working. And guess what? God is good, because before I even knew I was pregnant, I got up one morning, me, who would work even 7 days sometimes if I had the extra shift. God is so good. As I said, I just woke up one morning and I decided, you know what? I'm going to start working only 2 days per week. I couldn't understand why a voice said I should do it. Even though I followed it, I couldn't understand why I was doing it. Until I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, God, I see you. I didn't know. Because working in care, you're manually handling. It doesn't matter what they say. Sometimes they still have to lift somebody, move them here, put them there. You're giving personal care, this, that, all sorts of things. So that's weight. So it's a good thing I'm naturally strong, because who knows what would have happened. Who knows what could have happened? I probably could have lost this child. You understand? But Levi was ordained. I had a dream 2018, and when I was a Bible verse. And when I opened the Bible, read the Bible, it spoke about Levi and his brothers. And even though I have a terrible hormonal issue, at that time, I took it as a sign that I'm going to have a child. My first child is going to be, well, let me not say first. I'm going to have a child. He's going to be a son. It is going to be a son, and his name shall be Levi. And so that is how I named my son here. That's how I named my son Levi. You know? Yeah, so working moms must be going through a lot because my pregnancy, I will tell you that I can say I had a really good pregnancy. I had a really good pregnancy because to do only 2 days out of 10 months, I can't say that, but I cannot complain. Every pregnancy you have symptoms, right? But that one is so terrible that sometimes people lose their teeth. People literally lose their teeth whilst pregnant. So much acid that they keep bringing up, bringing up. People lose their teeth or it's discolored. You know, you had women who were pregnant and they're in school. I was in school too. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I was sleeping in class. I was sleeping. I couldn't hear anything. I didn't understand what was happening to me. You know, at the time because I did a pregnancy test and they said it was negative. Hello there, Broad, my dear. And I was talking about pregnant women and symptoms, and I was watching pregnancy TikTok. And I said, let me just come and jump on the live because so many women experience so many things. And women who are child free, whether by choice or not, you truly don't understand it until you experience it. And of course, men will never experience it. Some understand, they will sympathize. Others really don't care. Others probably think that women are over exaggerating. Sometimes women, play helpless. What if there's a woman who plays helpless to get help? If there's a woman who plays helpless to get help from her partner, he shouldn't blame that woman. It means he's not treating that woman well, why she felt like she had to pretend to get him to help her. Why would he blame her? He should feel ashamed. He should feel damn well ashamed of himself. Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah, so there are those who are pregnant and they're in school. There was one girl, while I was doing an access to nursing course and midwifery. She was pregnant. She was the only one. We had a really serious teacher. When I say serious, serious. And she was the only one who she gave a certificate for outstanding because she completed the course being that pregnant and going through all her all her symptoms, you know. Those of them who have small children, like I often wonder, I'm like, imagine you have a little baby, that's probably two. There are lots of women who have children, two under two, lots of women who have children. Because sometimes I wonder if women forget that they can get pregnant much more easily, even if they had pregnancy issues prior to having their first child. I wonder if sometimes they forget. I wonder if sometimes they're caught up in the moment. I wonder if sometimes they do it against their will because there are men like that. They don't want to wait. I wonder if they're just too tired and overwhelmed that they're not thinking that, oh my God, I need to protect myself. I can't get pregnant. When I was leaving the hospital, and I'm sure all hospitals do this, they give us birth control tablets. I tell myself though that I'll never take another birth control tablet because I took it 12 years of my life and I ended up with hormonal issues that I'm sure it adversely contributed to. Right? They gave me birth control tablets. Yes, I took them, but I had no interest at all in using it. But I'm okay. They're giving it to me. Let me take it. You understand? I've never taken one of them. I've never had a reason to take it, and because I've made a fall, I'm not taking any more of that. You know. So I'm like, when I see women navigating, having two children under 2 years old, or those two children who are young, who are still young, even if they're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, it takes a lot out of a woman. It takes a lot out of her because remember now, she has to care for herself. Because if she doesn't care for herself, especially mentally, she genuinely has nothing at all to give to the child. So for those of you who live with your child's mommy, help her out as much as you can. Don't wait on her to ask and ask and ask. She's going to get fed up and start doing it herself. And men, if you are smart, just do the things you need to do around the house, man, so that she has more energy. And if she has more energy, she'll have more time for you. Wink, wink, wink. Silly rabbits. Yeah, but just, and I'm not saying help her out because it's not she you're helping. You live there. You're not blind. You're not blind. Do not take your clothes and throw it beside the laundry basket. There's a laundry basket there. It's laundry day. She's not doing the laundry. Maybe you don't really know how to do it. Something like that you can ask. Okay, what colors they put it on? Or are you blind? Are you colorblind? Are you colorblind? Don't you see that those are white clothes? Those are darker color clothes. Those are in between mixed clothes. Are you blind? You can do it. You do the dishes, you don't wash them well. You say, alright, you're going to cook. You cook, you don't wash any dishes. If you do wash dishes, or reach here, so it's pregnancy you're talking about, you know. And if you do wash the dishes, you don't do them well. You purposely don't do them well. You don't clean the stove, you don't wipe the floor. What kind of dishes you wash? Oh, is the landlady calling someone? I was listening to hear if it was me, but it's one of the other housemates she's calling. Sorry about that. Right? All these things, and I'm watching TikTok and I'm seeing all these things that women complain about, like wives who actually have other children also. And I'm saying, but my God, for me, I would prefer to try with another man, and I probably get checked, it probably don't work out again or something, than to go and have a child, another child, with that same man who is already not helping. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Pregnancy, women control pregnancy. We are gatekeepers of pregnancy. Even if we have been taken disadvantage of, there is support in place for you to go and get certain things taken care of, get yourself cleaned up before it gets to that point. We are gatekeepers of pregnancy. So I take it that if any of us get pregnant, I'm talking about adults now, I'm not talking about underage people who are taken advantage of. Us who know better. So I take it that if any of us get pregnant, it's because we wanted to get pregnant, because we know all the precautionary measures that we can take. I'm also not talking about those who used precautionary measures and they still got pregnant anyway. You guys know I'm not referring to that, please. Yes. So, what am I saying now? Yeah, man, just do your part in the house. I'm not saying helping her. You have some fathers, some mothers also. When they are taking care of their child or children, they make it seem as though they're helping you. They're doing you, the other parent, a favor. How are you doing the other parent a favor and it's your child also? It's half your child, right? So mummies, help. So mummies, do your part. Daddies, do your part. You understand? All being equal. I'm talking about normal situations here, right? Normal situations. Just do your part, man. May I make each other's lives easier. You will see that you'll have less arguments. If she sees something and she gets it done, you see something you get it done, less argument, more fun time. Life short enough. It no matter how long we live. It doesn't matter how long we live. Life is short. Just yesterday I was saying, my God, come May I'll be 42. Then I said, boy, in another 20 years I'm 60. 62. You understand? Life is short. How much persons after 62 years old live real quality of life? They have all kind of ailments. Pain, back pain, neck pain, knee pain, arthritis, all about, shoulder, everywhere. A lot of us. You understand? Back to what I'm saying now. Also, for a lot of pregnant women, their bodies change and they don't like the way their bodies look. For me, I was happy. I loved the way my pregnant body looked. I would just stand there and just admire my pregnant body. Apart from that, I was in awe that my body finally did it and I was pregnant. I loved my shapely, pregnant body. I just loved it, you know. My nose wasn't swollen, my lip wasn't swollen, not till much long after. Not till much long after. I got really dark much long after, but still I enjoyed looking at the silhouette and the frame and touching and just caressing and just admiring the pregnant body. I'm like, God, you're amazing. You know, I'm like, how do you do it? One little sperm, one little egg, and you make this big, beautiful human being. You part inside of us like the Red Sea and make sure that the baby has enough space. Eh? How? And then the baby comes out, and you say, how the baby come out of you? How that big baby come out of you? God is so good. You understand? So good. When the baby come out, if you put the baby against the belly, yes, but how it fits, you cannot see it. But we're not God. You understand? Oh, yes, Brown. Thank you, darling. Yes, man. You know, we cannot see it, but it does fit. But there are women whose bodies change so much. They put on so much weight. I watched this YouTuber and I was in awe when I saw her. I was in shock. She herself was in shock. And people, women, bullied that woman. It's a good thing her husband loves her, admires her, supports her, and he even came on and addressed the trolls. She was very slender, very shapely, and she's Canadian. She's African Canadian, if there's such a thing, right? She was slender and so shapely, and she got huge. And even after giving birth, she is still huge compared to where she was before. If her leg was like this, it is now like this. Can you imagine getting accustomed to that new body? Can you imagine loving a body like that? Can you imagine having a partner who belittles you? Having a body like that? Can you imagine that? It's a good thing he loves her and he adores her. But no amount of love and adoration he gives her will never make her feel good about her body if she does not feel good about it. You understand? If she doesn't feel good about it. But there are men who will try to make women feel bad about their bodies if they feel like the woman lacks the confidence in that area. You understand? I loved mine. I absolutely did. But she was really slender. And she went to that. Says a good thing she had the support of him, because what would have happened? She would have probably fallen into depression. And then what? Once you're stressed, the baby feels it, you know. Then the baby are born with certain things. A lot of these things the baby born with, a lot of them I think are stress related, you know. The mommy is the mummies are so stressed during the pregnancy. You understand? So stressed, all kind of emergency things have to happen. Babies but being born at 20 odd weeks old and stuff like that. It's stress. They have the mummies now who drink and they still continue to drink throughout the pregnancy. They smoke, they still continue to smoke throughout the pregnancy. Or they have people smoking around them throughout the pregnancy. Then the babies are born with all kind of conditions. I'm not saying it doesn't happen otherwise, you know. I'm saying, why is it we ourselves are trying to inflict that on our children? It's cruel. It is selfish. It is cruel and it is selfish. You understand? But yes, I want to implore women, love your bodies. Love your bodies. Love your bodies. It's the confidence that never dies. Confidence never dies. Have you ever seen some elderly people wrinkled, or people who are extremely fat and they wear certain things and people are like, why are you wearing that? You shouldn't be wearing that. Wear what you want. It's one life you have. They're confident. Me, I used to have skinny arms, like really skinny when I was younger. And I'm like, geez, when am I going to get some fat on my arm? It's so skinny. After giving birth, me said, look, this is 2 size. 2. 1, see, it's full up. And then bam, 2 and 2 and 2 and can go around it. And my hands aren't small, look. I was shocked. This didn't happen before pregnant, you know. Is after giving birth, my hands got fat. I'm like, that's a very strange place to get fat. And then I started thinking, oh, I see a lot of women with really fat arms, so fat that it big off, and they call them big back, right? For Jamaicans, they understand. And I said, I wonder if it's because of having children cause it. Because maybe if I have another, the hand get fatter, another and get even fatter, so you start shaping like a linebacker. Yes, you start shaping like a linebacker. As it relates to the tummy now, you get the tummy fat. I didn't wear the belly band because I was in so much discomfort already. I said, I'm not going to force in anything. Let the natural process take place. I am still not sorry that I didn't wear the belly band. You understand? I'm still not sorry. But I have a much wider waist. I have belly. One day I was turning in bed and I feel something touch me and I jump. I'm like, what is that? Guys, you'd never believe it. My own skin touched my skin and shocked me. My skin folds. I never had folds. Everything bad things they laugh, you know. In the bed, guys, and my skin fold and touch the other fold. And I jump. I'm like, who's touching me? Why really good that they can't laugh at themselves, you know? Yes, the things change. And when I count them, I have about 4 folds here, so. Then now I have love handles and I have a fat tummy. You understand? But well, exercise can take it down to an extent, right? Exercise can take it down to an extent. You have women who have stretch marks all over. In here, they get pregnant, they get stretch mark here, stretch mark here, stretch mark here. I don't have those. Stretch mark on the side like tigers, and then bottom all the way around. I don't have that. I'm just saying there are so many things women go through, and some women go through a lot of these things. It's not even 1 or 2 symptoms they have from it. A lot of these things they go through. Stretch mark. I don't have stretch mark on my tummy. I can still wear crop top if I want to show my big belly, you know. But I don't have any stretch mark. Or navels, I realize, don't go back into where it was. I didn't know that either. I didn't know these things. My buttocks feel like it moves. True, it feels different. Like, I don't understand. Because I gave and the piece there to me, you know, and they sew me back. I said, whenever they sew me up too much. It look like they sew me up too much. Oh my God, I have to really laugh, you know. But it's true, the things. You understand? Where am I? I'm all over the place. So the body change, it's the size of your body change. The color, I got so black. I looked at myself and I'm like, who is that? I was so dark, especially my neck. And from my upper back down to the everywhere, down to my buttocks. Everywhere except my boobs. Oh, even here. Everywhere got black. Even now, my tummy, parts of my stomach, part of my tummy still dark. Sorry though. The pelvic pressure that we feel. I wouldn't call it pressure. It's pain. It is pain like somebody take the you see the part of the hammer that you use to remove the nail? It's like somebody just goes up and trying to chisel you. Trying to chisel you. The pelvic pain that you feel is not nice. It's not nice. It's like an intense period pain. An intense period pain. Thank you, Karen. And for some people who experience intense period pain, because they probably have PCOS or fibroids or endometriosis, then you know what I'm talking about. Because I hear that you guys go through that. Go through that, man. They say we should labor. Alright, let me see where I'm at now. Oh yes, the labor part of it now. I didn't know that when you're feeling in pain that you should stay home. Stay home for a while. But you see, because it's my first baby, so I don't know anything. So you see, I went and they tricked me. They tricked me and they did a cervical sweep on me. I went in the morning as they told me, right? They wanted to induce me at 40 weeks pregnant, as in bring on the pain. bring on the contractions, contractions and so on. I said I don't want it because my specialist said even though I was 41, I was healthy, my body was healthy, so I allowed to take its course. A doctor tricked me. Same time I told her that, she said, okay, how about if we give you a cervical sweep then? Wouldn't you understand that to be something different from being induced? Because I said, I don't want induction, and you say you'll give me something else instead. It's still a form of induction. The pain that I felt from that lady putting her hand up my cervix, when I tell you I got scared to give birth, I don't know how my blood pressure didn't go up. Because I was thinking, if that is all she did, and I was in so much pain that I screamed, I wasn't expecting it. I literally started getting stressed about giving birth. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to give birth? There's no other way the baby can come out, and I have to get him out. But how? I can't manage. I start thinking that the pain is going to be too intense. It's going to unalive me. Seriously, guys, I started thinking I'm not going to be able to manage this. I'm like, I don't want to take epidural, suppose epidural affects him in some way. You know, there's lots of things going through my mind. I'm just saying, women go through so much while she's pregnant, and then labor, and then delivery. It's so much. The pain became so intense that I had 4 hot baths one night, the same morning that we were going to the hospital. 4 baths, because I thought the water would have alleviated the pain. It didn't help. None at all. No, I was scheduled for a water birth. I'm like, oh my God, is this even going to make any sense? Is this water birth going to make any sense? Got our stuff, went to the hospital. They said they didn't have any bed space for me. I said, Jesus. She said, well, I have to go on back because I'm only 2 centimeters dilated. I said, no, please go and look. I said, I cannot go back home. I said, if you guys tell me to leave the hospital, I'm going to camp right outside in the waiting area like a homeless person. I cannot go home with the pain that I'm feeling. You guys need to help me. Anyway, a bed became available in an open area with just curtains, lots of women in it about, laboring to give birth. I was the only one in there hollering. The only one in there hollering. And I'm saying, how come these ladies aren't screaming? Whatever you give them, please give it to me. Whatever you give them, they're like, no, they're just not where you are at the moment. I'm like, but you guys said I'm only 2 centimeters dilated. I tried the water birth. Guys, a bala, I cried. No, I wasn't crying, moaning. Some deep moaning and wailing like someone died for me. I didn't know a human being could sound that way. I didn't know a human being could sound that way in pain. I didn't know. So the pain let my foot lift up. It's which foot? The left foot. So the pain let my foot lift up, that even the midwives wondering like, what is happening? So they helped me, plus my birthing partner helped me into the pool and so on. Guys, never wasn't helping. They give me, what is that again? Gas and ear. I was sucking on that gas and ear. You would think that I was a drughead. And I've never done that in my life. But I just wanted the pain to go so badly. It was so excruciating. I thought I wasn't going to make it. You see, when I said, listen, epidural, because I said I wasn't going to do it. I wanted natural birth. I didn't want my baby to get any medication. Because even while I was pregnant, they gave me, what is it called again? Blood thinner. Can't remember, the Advil to take throughout the pregnancy so that I wouldn't end up having preeclampsia. Due to my age, I said, I'm risking it. I'm not medicating my child, so I didn't take it. She said, why are you not taking it? I said, I'm not going to give my child poison. She said, huh? So you thought I'm giving your child poison? I said, it is poison. It's toxic. So I didn't take it, guys. I didn't have preeclampsia. Thank God that decision turned out well. So now they said, all right, I have to wait because the room isn't available. When the room became available, doves, if they told me to walk naked down to that room, I wouldn't care. When I went in, I had the best anesthesiologist. because I said the one that came and checked up on me afterwards, I think that man would have made something bad happen to me. Just his poor attitude and everything. It just he was very uncomfortable to be around. Quite uncomfortable to be around. I'm telling you. The one that they sent to me, he was so gentle, professional, empathetic, just everything that you're supposed to be when you're dealing with a terribly pregnant woman in serious pain. That is why I got some relief. You see, when I done sucking on the gas and air, one of my eyes bulged. I swear, I couldn't help it. One of my eyes bulged. Guys, when I look at myself, I said, but hold on, is the ear doing that? Or is the pain doing that? Maybe it's the pain, I couldn't take it. I couldn't stand the pain. I'm usually physically strong. But my pain threshold is extremely low. I think it is. I think this is extremely low. And guys, I was there. Oh my God. And then I had 2 Jamaican midwives. They were the best. And then I felt good because I knew I wasn't there alone, because I was worried about certain things. Then when I hear that nurse unalive babies in the hospital, I was glad I wasn't alone during the process. I got a large room. So many beds could fit in it. A large room. I was comfortable throughout. They made sure to dim the lighting for me. Just things, just simple things that just really helped. I'm telling you, that really helped. One of the time I got so tired, I think I knocked out. I was so weak that the nurse would come, the midwife would come, and she would press the drip for me. When the sun went off, press the drip to get the epidural. I didn't have any strength left until the lady said, well, the baby isn't coming enough. I can see his head, but he's not coming through the canal. He's not coming through the passage. And then I started losing blood. They said, all right, they're going to get the doctor. And she said, if I cannot deliver the baby, they're going to have to try to do a forceps birth. So when I hear that, guys, I don't know where the strength come from. About 6 of them in the room by now. How many doctors? 2 midwives, and I think about 3 or 4 doctors surround me. So when they cracked down the bed, and one of the doctors, the tiniest one, said to me, okay, I'm gonna push your feet back, probably the furthest your feet have ever gone in your entire life. Guys, me never busy about that. I just want the baby out. Me no business. And you see when the people gear me up, the adrenaline rush that they had flowing through my body, the way they revved me up like I was on a rugby field about to kick that ball. The little one, the way they revved me up, guys, I got the energy. And that is how I could have birthed Levi, because they said if I lost 50 milliliters more of blood, they would have had to put me on iron drip because I'm anemic. You understand? And when I give birth, I went to another beautiful room. I'm telling you, the staff, they kept coming. Man, I was tired, but I felt so cared for. I felt so looked after. I have to appreciate the NHS. I was told afterwards by a community nurse that the hospital I gave birth at was the worst hospital. But guys, I had the best experience there every single time I went. By the receptionist, by the sonographer, my specialist midwife, my specialist that doctor. The OBGYN was a little bit, she's so stiff, but they were all good, I'm telling you. The janitors, the nurses, just everyone treated me so well. The midwives, everyone treated me so well. Oh, thank you. And I'm so glad that I got that information from her afterwards, or that would have worried me. Sometimes you don't know what to say to people. You're pregnant and people are one lady at work told me her horror story. She said, how far along are you? And for example, I said, oh, I'm 6 months. And then she would say like, oh, at 6 months pregnancy, I lost my first twin. I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, why would you be telling a pregnant woman that? And then she said, and then like she would say, and at 7 months, I lost the other twin. And then she went into details as to how they had to deliver those unalive babies from her body. I'm like, I'm pregnant. Why are you telling me this? And I don't want to hear. And she's following me around my workplace telling me this. And I realized, oh, something must be wrong with her brain. maybe it affected her adversely, as it would anyone, right? I'm like, something must be wrong with this person. Why are you telling me? So the horror stories that people will share with you also when you're pregnant. I'm not talking about people sharing stories with you to help you throughout your pregnancy or to guide you by saying, listen, look out for that symptom, look out for that, don't do this, don't do that, or do this, do that instead, it will help. I'm talking about those who are just cruel, you know. But pregnancy, man, the pregnancy journey, it is death's doorway. And for those of us who have made it, we're truly grateful. Truly grateful. And your partner, I hope, loves, appreciates, and respects you. And if your partner does not love, appreciate, and respects you, then my foolish advice would be to love, respect, and appreciate yourself. Do with that information what you may. I am loving, appreciating, and respecting myself over here, taking care of my little one. I'm a solo parent. I know it's not going to be easy, but I prefer to do it this way than the other way that I saw things going, which I didn't think was the best for me and for Levi. Right? Yes, I just hopped on to say that to you guys. I'm Dion. My platform as you're on here is Dove London. And all moms out there, I'm wishing you love, light, peace. Take care of yourself. When the children are older, they're going to move on and move out. Sometimes they don't even look, turn the block off their eyes and look back at us to help us in any way. Even if we were good parents to them, it happens. Take care of yourself first. Just like if you're in an airplane, you have to put on your mask first and then your child's mask. Take care of yourself no matter what a one you have. If you drop down, everybody else have to take care of themselves same way. Apart from the child, of course, who will always need an adult until they are adults. And you know, no matter how old them get, they're still our babies. Doves, love and light to you, right? Until next time, the journey continues. Thank you very much for spending your time with me today. And I wish you well. I wish you well. Bye, doves.